everybody, this is the website boy again with another tutorial. This is number 7, and today we're going to be talking about using offset. Yes, offset. Now you might be wondering, what the heck is offset? Offset is something that you use to put, let's say, let me just give you an example. You have two columns on the right and one column on the left, and you want to put a column in between those, right? That's what you use offset for. You can make invisible columns there, and you can move columns around. You can do a whole bunch of things with offset, and I'm going to show you. This is how you can organize galleries also. So anyway, for those of you that want to navigate my courses, this is how you do it. If you have not subscribed, do it now. Press that subscribe button on the right hand corner there in the bottom, and subscribe, so that way you can get an automatic email when you subscribe. All right, every time I upload a video. But anyways, those of you that want to do everything like me, I understand. All right, you just got to install two things: Sublime Text, whatever version they have, and the Emmet plugin. All right, now I'm using the Emmet plugin just to write code faster with my code editor. You can use whatever you want. For those of you that don't have the ability to have Sublime Text, or your expiration of your software expired, your free trial, whatever, just use Notepad++. It's free and it's for Windows. And Text Wrangler is also free and it's for Mac. Those of you that love me, I understand that, all right? And I know but you guys forget, all right? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, all right? You can even do it right now because you know my video is going to be awesome. So anyways, those of you that want to download my exercise files, this is how you do it. Go to the websiteboy.com/snippets. I always have that trouble, /. Anyway, you can download and copy and paste the code from there. All right. And for those of you that like my videos all the time, you ladies and boys are awesome, man. I love you very much, and I really appreciate it. And I see it every time you do it. So keep doing it because it makes my day. And if you notice now, I'm making more videos. So keep doing it. Anyway, let's get to it right now. Let's play around with this. Let's talk about the offset. Let's start doing it. First, go to your file of Bootstrap that you already have on your desktop, I suppose, or somewhere else. But anyways, we have a little mess here. Let's clean this up a little bit because I don't know if you have this mess, but I do. All right, so let me just clean this up. I'm going to take all this that I'm not using right now, and I'm just gonna put it in a miscellaneous folder right there. All right, um, downloads. That's it, just for me. I'm just gonna take that off and put it on my desktop somewhere. But anyways, all right, so we are here, and what we want to do is let's just double click on this file here, and let me show you what we have. All right, so let me just make it smaller. You can see there, that's our store. Well, that's our web page. All right, and we're gonna make a services page. All right, we're gonna make this page right here. Of course, we're not gonna have a slider. All right, so let's start doing that right now. Let's work on it. All right, let's go ahead and create. Let's open our text editors. Let me just give me 1 second right here. All right, and let's drag this project slider or whatever file we had we were working on the last project. It's supposed to be this file right here. So drag that file, and we're gonna rename this. Actually, let's rename it and let's call it something else because this is not a good name. Let's just call it index because that's the home page, right? And let's just drag it to our text editor. Okay, let's bring our text editor and let's drag it here. All right, once we do that, let's go ahead and do a save as on this file. All right, so Command Shift S on my side and probably Control Shift S on your side. Let's call this services. All right, so now we can go back to it and double click on it, and it's the same file that we had in the index, right? So let's change a couple things to make this a services page. And we're going to take the slider off. We're going to put a sidebar on the left, and we're going to put some content on the right. All right, so let's start doing that right now. The first thing that we need to do is, let me just make this smaller. is take the slider off. All right, so let's look for the slider, which is this one here. Let's highlight it. Let's just first make sure it's separated, and it ends right here. So let's just take this off. All right, take it off. Put this up a little bit. We're gonna take this off too, so we're just gonna leave this div here, the content. All right, let's just separate it and just take it off. Right, we don't need this anymore. Done. Right now, so we have our navigation. We have a little text on the top, which is this text right here. And let's just start building this thing up. Let's do an I'm gonna use a HTML5 tag, which is called a side, which is gonna be the sidebar. All right, and we're gonna put a class of call LG3, which is large, and then um, let's put another class called call small, and it's gonna be 4. All right, because we want this to change according to the browsers. Let's just, if you need to pause it and copy this, go ahead and do it now. Let's put some text on it. We put a p tag here, open and close it. We put some lorem ipsum. You're welcome. If you're not following me exactly like I'm doing this with the ML plugin on this text editor, which writes, if I put a p tag and click on the tab on my keyboard, it completes the tag for me. All right, this is what the plugin does on Sublime Text 2. If you don't have that, if you don't have this, you can find it easily on Google by just searching lorem ipsum. You guys know that already. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and copy this and copy a couple times, right? So we can have some content in there. So this is a sidebar, right? Let's just save it. Let's see how it looks on the browser. All right, let's just refresh it, and that's what we got right now. We got this small content on top, and then we have a sidebar. Let's just put a heading on the sidebar so we know that this is a sidebar. Let's go back to it, and let's put a heading here, heading 1, and let's just say the best purses. All right, let's go back to it, refresh it. All right, so now we know this is the sidebar, and it just says the best purses. All right, so now let's build the content on the right. For that, I'm gonna use another HTML5 tag, which is called article. All right, and you use this just to put content on it. You can also use sections, but we're just gonna use article on this one. It looks more like an article, right? So anyway, we're just gonna build a class here, and remember, we gotta be, because this is gonna be floating to the left, and this one also to the left. They're gonna be in parallel, so we need to match this. All right, we need to complete this 3 and 9 is a 12. Remember, this is a 12 grid system, so they need to kind of equal each other out. So call LG, and then we need a 9 to make it a 12. Let's do another one, call small, and you guessed it, 8, because 8 and 4 equals 12. All right, let's just go ahead and click the tab, and let's just copy this out. Let's copy the same thing out, put it right here, and save. And I'll show you in a minute why I'm doing this. All right, so this one is going to require a lot more content to be the same size. All right, let's go back to it. Let's check this out. So all right, let's just go ahead and copy some more content on it. Let's see what happens. Go back to it and refresh it. All right, we got some more content, but I know exactly what's happening. It's because this, we have a heading here. That's why this one is all the way up here. So let's do a heading there, and we're gonna have to take up some of these paragraphs. But let's do a heading first and just say call this services on this on the content side. And let's go back to it and refresh it, and there we go. It went down a little bit. And let's just call it. Let's just let's go back and take one of these off because I want this to be the same size. Anyway, let's go back and just take, let's see if we can make this best purchase. Go back to it, refresh. There we go. Now it's the same size. All right. So now we have the sidebar on the left and the content on the right. Now, don't you guys think this is a little bit too small right here? This space right here, confuse is probably gonna confuse people. And let's go ahead and make some space using the offset. All right. So it's time to use it. Let's do it right now. Let's go back to it. And now what we're gonna do is, because the offset works by creating margin on the page, we need to take a little bit of this off and a little bit of this off here, so that way we can um, create some margin, because if we do it the way it is, it's just not gonna work. So what we need to do is take, because I want to create one column space here on right here, one column space. So I have 9 right here right now, right? If I want to create one column space right here, I need to take one of these. Either I take it from the sidebar or I take it from here, so I can put my margin, which is going to give me some space. And I prefer to take it from here because this is bigger than this. I don't want to take more from this because it's going to look ridiculous. So let's take one column from here and make this a little smaller and create some space. Create one column space exactly. And we do that with the offset. So we're going to take one off from here and we're going to call our grid, all right, LG, and we got to name it the same, OG offset, right? And then we want to take one column. All right, so when this gets to this grid here, to the large 8, it's going to take one offset. And then we do the same thing for the small, because when we get it to this media query here with this grid, we need to take one off also. So we create an offset for this one too. Call small offset 1. All right, so we save it, we go back to it, and we refresh it. You see now how that works? So now we made this a little smaller and we created one column extra here. And then we go back when we hit that grid. Let me just click on inspect element here so you can see it. Right here is on the is an offset, right, of 1, and this is in the 1200. Now when we get to that 7 something, 768, I believe, you can see right here. Actually, that grid is 768 right there. See right here? Actually, it's not doing it like I want to. It's supposed to keep this, so I did something wrong here. Let me just see what I did. Large, small. Oh, I didn't take one off here. You see that? So you need to take one of these from here, and you need to take one from here. Remember that, right? That was my mistake. Let's just refresh again, and now you see it. All right, so now we maintain that space. So if you go back, if we go within the when this is the 1200, if you see right here 1200, it changes. All right, so right now is it gonna maintain? Of course we're gonna maintain the space, but when we get to that 768 right here, you see it, watch, we're gonna change it. Boom. Right, no, not yet. You don't even see it anymore. It doesn't even do it because it maintains the space. All right, there. Boom. Anyway, so that's how you make spaces with the offset. All right, so now that we have created our services page, on the next chapter I'm going to show you some more tricks. But remember, this Bootstrap tutorial is going to go into the advanced tutorials. So I'm going to show you an advanced tutorial how to do a lot more things than what you're doing right now. We'll start using PHP to organize our content, and we're going to use some advanced feature of Bootstrap. So keep tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. And I want to again thank you so much for watching. And the next video is going to be more exciting, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.